Hi friends, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes.
right. Let me start this eighth problem. I told you there is an adjustment on interim dividend, so that I thought of taking this. Last class we had discussion on this. So let me start this one. A Limited purchased 5,000 equity shares, nominal value of 100 rupees each of Allianz Limited for rupees 105 each on 1st April 2011. The shares were quoted cum dividend. On 15th May 2011, Allianz Limited declared and paid a dividend of 2% for the year ended 31st March 2011. On 30th June 2011, and you can see on 15th May, Allianz Limited declared and paid dividend of 2% for the year ended 31st March 11. Please, this is important point. Then on 30th June, Allianz Limited issued bonus shares in the ratio of 1:5. On 1st October 2011, Allianz Limited issued rights shares in the ratio of 1:12 at 45 rupees per share. A Limited subscribed to half of the rights issue and the balance was sold at 5 rupees per right entitlement. Allianz Limited declared interim dividend of 1% on 30th November 11. Right shares were not entitled to dividend. As per the instruction that is been given, right shares are not entitled to dividend. A Limited sold 3,000 shares on 31st December 11 at rupees 95 per share. A Limited incurred 2% as brokerage while buying and selling the shares. They are required to prepare investment account in the books of A Limited for the year ended 31st March 2012. Now, point number one in this problem, which is different from the last class problem, where we had some balance of shares. Am I right? We had some balance of shares in the last problem. That is the dividend pertaining to last year when it was declared. We're having some opening balance. That means you recollect yourself last problem here. Had 20,000 equity shares in X Limited, then purchase few shares here. But here straight away he has given A Limited purchase 5,000 equity shares each on 1st April 2011. So the shares were quoted cum dividend including dividend. Cum means within. 15 May 2011, Allianz Limited declared and paid dividend of 2% for the year ended 31st March 11. So dividend pertaining to previous year received in the current year. So A Limited is not having any shares in the last year. So when A Limited is not having any shares in the previous year, now can you tell me the dividend that is to be received is to be taken as a revenue item or will be taken as a capital item? Please tell
Capital,
me.
capital
The
item.
Capital item, correct. The reason is that if he was holding the shares in the last year, the as per AS9 revenue recognition, so we can take that as a revenue item since he is not having any shares during that particular period. So therefore, you cannot treat this dividend as a revenue receipt, but it has to be taken to cost column as a capital receipt. It reduces cost of investment. This is point number one. Then next, the bonus shares, you know how to calculate bonus shares. 1:5 has been given. When bonus shares were given on 30th June 2011. And you can see any information about a dividend that has been received here. We can see on 15th May, declared and paid dividend. when bonus shares were issued, my dear friends? On 1st October 2011. Now tell me, can you expect dividend to be paid on bonus shares? Can you expect the dividend to be paid on bonus shares? Bonus shares were issued in the current year. So the question of paying dividend on bonus shares does not arise because bonus shares has been issued in the current year after getting the dividend pertaining to last year. And that too himself has given that in the problem he says that right shares were not entitled to dividend. Even right shares, you can see when the right shares were offered on 1st October, right shares were offered. So now, and that too he is saying that there's no question of giving any dividend on right shares. So as far as bonus shares are also concerned here, the question of getting dividend does not arise. I'm talking about the dividend pertaining to last year. The dividend pertaining to last year, since they were not holding any shares, so the question of dividend on bonus shares, right shares does not arise. This is point number one. Now point number two, I told you, you know how to calculate bonus shares, right shares, etc. Only one point which you should understand is that we are having in this problem, in this material, interim dividend that we work out. Interim dividend is to be created to income column. That interim dividend we calculate once you'll be having clarity what is the number of shares that they are holding. So for the time being, we need to start with the heading investment account. Working notes number one. Tell me, you have to start with in this problem we need to calculate, start with the calculation of purchase price of shares. Why? Because we are having brokerage. Calculation of purchase price of shares. What is the purchase price? 5,000 equity shares, 105. What is the amount? 5,000 to 105.
Five lakh 25,000.
5,25,000.
Then to this we need to add brokerage. No, what is the brokerage? We have seen 2%. No, 2% on 5,25,000. Can you tell me the amount?
10,500.
10,500. This is cost of purchase, 5,35,500. And working notes number two. Number of bonus shares issued. Number of bonus shares issued. Number of bonus shares issued. 1:12 means for every 12 equity shares, one bonus share has been given. For 1:5, sorry. For every, this is right. For every 5 shares, one bonus share. Number of bonus shares is equal to, tell me, 5,000 by 5, no? You're getting 1,000 shares. Point number 3. Right shares. Right shares first offered. Right shares offered for every 12 shares, 1 share, no? So 5,000 is the original shares plus bonus 1,000 by 12. 6,000 by 12. How many right shares? 500 shares. right shares subscribed. Half of the right shares subscribed, no? Subscribed value is equal to 500 into 1 by 2 into what is the value? 45 rupees per share, no? Into 45. How much you'll be getting, tell me?
11,000
11,250. Next, sale of right shares. 500 into off into it has been sold at 5 rupees per right entitlement into 5. 250 into 5. How much is that?
1,250.
1,250. Credited to statement of P&L account. Credited to statement of P&L account. Next, fourth point. And he says that then any information about sale of shares?
He sold 3,000 shares.
A Limited sold 3,000 shares on 31st December. Before that, we are having a point on dividend, no? So we'll go for dividend point now. Point number 1. Dividend paid pertaining to which year? Previous year. What is the previous year? 31st March 2011. What is the rate of dividend given, my dear friends? 3%, I think. 2%. 2%. So how many shares? 5,000 shares. What is the face value of the share? That is important whenever you are seeing. Generally, for most of these shares, in the problem, it has been generally given as 10 rupees. So we be watchful. Here, what is the nominal value? 100 rupees. So 5,000 into 100 into 2%.
Sure, it's 1%.
Huh?
1%.
1% is interim dividend, no? Pay dividend 2%. This is
Okay, yes, sir.
previous year. 1% is on interim dividend. 5,000 to 100 into 2%. How much is that?
So 10,000.
10,000. Next. Can you calculate? Can you tell me what is the interim dividend amount? I want you to calculate interim dividend. Come on, guess. Interim dividend. Interim dividend, are you going to calculate on bonus shares or not?
Yes, sir.
Good. Reason is that he says that in the problem, interim dividend cannot be paid on right shares for not entered dividend means even on interim dividend also, of course, right shares or bonus shares, the question of getting dividend on relating to previous year does not arise because bonus shares, right shares are issued in the current year. But as far as interim dividend is concerned, since he's specifically making a statement that right shares were not entitled, if this statement is not given, please watch, please listen to me carefully. You have to focus on these points whenever you are doing the problems about right shares, about interim dividend. If suppose problem is silent and the interim dividend is after acquiring, after issuing the right shares or after issuing the bonus shares, if nothing has been mentioned, then on bonus shares and right shares also you can calculate interim dividend. But here in the problem has given right shares were not entitled to any dividend. Therefore, We have seen that already existing shares are 5,000. No? Number of bonuses offered 1,000. So 5,000 plus 1,000. How much is that? 6,000. Interim dividend paid, excluding right shares. So on 5,000 shares plus 1,000, 6,000 into what is the face value for 100 into 1%. What is the amount?
6,000.
6,000. This 6,000 is credited to which column?
Income.
Very good. Credited to income column, or we can say which column? Dividend column. This is only the additional point which we haven't done in the previous point. The next point. Profit or loss on sale. Now I want your involvement in this. Profit or loss on sale. What is the sale proceeds, my dear friends? What is the sale proceeds?
3,000 shares.
3,000 shares at the rate of 95 rupees. No?
2,85,000.
Sale proceeds 3,000 into 95. It is coming to
2,85,000.
2,85,000.
now we need to deduct the brokerage. In the problem, it has been mentioned that brokerage is to be calculated on buying while buying and selling shares. So sale proceeds 2,85,000 minus brokerage 2% on 2,85,000.
5,700.
5,700. We'll be getting
Sir, the final value is 2,79,300.
2,79,300. This is called as net sale proceeds. Clear to all of you? From this, you have to go for cost of. Average cost of shares sold. So for this, as I told you, you need to open which account, my dear friends? Investment account.
Investment account.
And then that will make easy. Otherwise, you'll be having calculation issues. It's not that you can't do it. So up to this, it is completed.
Yes, sir.
Sir, can you show working notes number 4, sir?
Pardon?
Sir, can you please show working notes number 4?
Sale proceeds you are talking about.
4, sir, working note number 4.
I could not hear you properly, please.
Working notes 4, she's asking, sir.
Working notes 4. You want any clarification?
No, sir, thank you, sir.
Okay, okay. Is there any timing issues for copying down?
No, sir.
All of you?
Done, sir.
Okay, good. So we'll move on to investment account, my dear friends. In the books of A Limited, investment in equity shares, and we can see investment account. I think this you can write it, no? Investment account for the year ending. March 31st, 12. with equity shares of Liaz Limited. In this problem, we need to have the income column also. We'll have to start with, shall we go with number? Number will be easy, Number, income, amount, date, particulars, number, income, amount. Can you quickly tell me the dates, my dear friend? First one is April. 1st April 11, no? To bank, 5,000 shares purchased, and we don't have any income on this. 5,000 shares into, you have calculated working notes number 1, no? We got something like 5 lakhs.
35,000.
35,500.
Right, 5,35,500. Then after that,
30th June. No, 15th May.
after that, next one, 15th.
Dividend,
Okay. 15th May
15th May.
by bank. We have already discussed on the dividend. How much we got? 10,000. I think
10,000.
10,000 will be created in which column? Cost column.
Cost cost.
Okay. Then next one,
30th June bonus issue.
30th June bonus shares. Got 1,000 shares. Value will be nil. Next, I
First
think right shares now after
rights
that.
issue.
1st October to bank, right shares subscribed 250 into 45, something like
11,000.
11,250. Then we got interim dividend, I think 30th
November.
November. By bank interim dividend
6,000.
6,000 in which column? Income column.
Income.
So 30th November.
Sorry. 30th November. Then after that,
Sale.
sale. What is the date of sale?
31st December.
How many shares we have sold? 3,000, no?
Yes, sir.
3,000. What is the value we have calculated? The value of sale proceeds.
2,79,000.
2,79,300.
This we have done in the working notes. So 2,79,300. Now, what is it we need to do? The reason why I have done is that to find out the average cost. How to calculate average cost, sir? 5,35,500 plus 11,250 by how many shares? 6,250 shares, no? 6,250 shares into what is the shares sold? 3,000. So for that purpose, I have done it. So let me take you to this cost of shares. Average cost of shares is equal to 5,35,500
Plus 11,250.
plus 11,250 by,
Minus 10,000.
very good, minus 10,000. 10,000 is for reducing the cost of dividend, no? Cost of investment. Then 5,000 plus 1,000 plus 250.
1,250.
Into sold is how much? 3,000. Can you tell me the value?
2,57,640.
Deduct it, you'll be getting, I think profit you're getting
21,660.
okay. This 21,660 will be taken to which column? Investment account debit side cost column. Am I right? It will be taken to investment account
Debit side cost column.
cost column to profit and loss account. What is the date of sale, my dear friends? December
31st.
31st. Amount is, you got
1,660.
10,660.
$21,660. I think I have told you carrying amount is a balancing figure. When they are closing the books actually? 31st March.
31st March.
So 31st March 2011. I'm writing by balance carry down. 6,250 minus 3,000 means 3,250. This has been closed.
So 31st March 2011 or 12?
Okay. Next, look at the income column here. Income is showing 6,000. No? The 6,000 is created to which account? Profit and loss account. In income column 6,000. Then next you have to close this balancing figure. Even if you do average cost also the way we have done here, the same thing into you multiply with 3,250. If you want, you can cross check. Into 3,250 you'll be getting the same balancing figure. If you want, you can cross check.
2,79,110.
2,79,110. Am I right? Correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Even that is what your balancing figure. Okay, what is the total of this?
5,68,410.
Are you feeling better about this? Can you do it now? If this kind of problems comes in the examination.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I think I've given 2 or 3 problems in the last class. Have you completed that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good. The Nidhi problem also, have you done that? Nidhi. Nidhi, I think, is it? I think 9th I have given as a homework to you.
Yes, sir.
This one, 10th one. Here you say including bonus shares. Interim dividend on equity shares. Like this, they'll be mentioning this. This kind of model came in the examination twice, I think, last 4 to 5 years. This copying down is completed, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
good. So what I do today, about this problem, I want you to answer this. Your involvement is important because we have done almost all the models. Only how the problem has been framed, you have to see. The following transactions of Nidhi took place during the year ended 31st March 2011. 31st March 2012, sorry. 1st April purchased 12 lakhs, 8% bonds at 80 rupees 50 paise. At 80 rupees 50 paise. Come interest. Interest is payable on 1st November and 1st May. So I think very clear to you, all of you, that we have to calculate the cost of investment to be taken to cost column, and from that we have to deduct accrued interest. You can see this kind of problems we have done earlier. This, I think there will not be any issue to you. Come interest means interest is included. So what was the last date of payment of interest? Somewhere it has been given. Interest is payable on 1st November and 1st May. 1st November, 1st May means for how many months you have to calculate interest?
5 months.
5 months.
5 months.
What was the last date of payment actually? 1st November. No?
First November.
So for 1st November, November, December, January, February, March, and April. Is it 6 months or 5 months?
6
5
months.
months.
5 months.
5 months, good. 5 months you have to calculate. November, December, January, February, March. So first day is to be ignored for 5 months. Take the calculate, tell me. On what value you have to calculate? On what value you have to calculate? 12 lakhs, no?
Yes, sir. 12 lakhs.
12 lakhs. 12 lakhs into 8% into 5 by 12.
40,000.
40,000 is interest. Now I want you to answer what is the cost price of this investment. From that we have to deduct, of course, accrued interest. 12 lakhs has been given, no? When the face value is not been given, we shall assume face value is 100, no? For debentures. 12 lakhs by 100. It will be 12,000, no?
Yes, sir.
12,000 bonds into 80.50.
9,66,000.
9,66,000.
9 lakh 60. From 9 lakh 66, you have to deduct 40,000, no? This 9 lakh 26,000 is taken to which column? Cost column.
Cost column.
This will be taken to income column, no?
Yes, sir.
Or interest column. Now you can see, then immediately I shifted to equity shares. Then what is to be done, sir? I told you government bonds or debentures is different. Now, government bonds are debentures and shares are different. So for bonds and debentures, and please remember that too, you may be buying bonds or debentures of 2 different companies. Then I told you in the beginning that you cannot mix different companies purchase of bonds or debentures in one account, because we'll be writing name of the scrip. Why we are writing the name of the scrip, in which company you invested, that is important. Now coming back to shares, you need to maintain separate column. For the time being, has not mentioned which company these debentures has been, the bonds have been purchased or invested. And so obviously for the time being, we are having only purchase of bonds in only one company. But when it is coming to equity shares, it is to be taken to separate heading investment account, in brackets equity shares. Okay, clear to all of you? Then next. So this is about debentures or bonds. This is about shares. This is about debentures or bonds, no? Received half year interest on 8% bonds. It will be taken to which account? Investment account, brackets, investment in debentures. No? Half year interest on debentures means on what amount you will be calculating, my dear friends? On 12 lakhs you will be calculating. 12
Yes, sir.
lakhs into 8% into 6 by 12.
48,000.
40,
8,000.
48,000.
48,000. Now, this is again about shares. Sold 3 lakhs 8% bonds at 81 rupees ex interest. Sold 3 lakhs 8% bonds at 81 rupees ex interest. Ex interest is nothing but interest is not included. So you can say 3 lakhs by 100, no, to find out number of bonds. It will be 3,000, no, 3,000 into 81.
2,43,000.
2,43,000. Okay, 2,43,000. After the date of sale, you have to calculate accrued interest. No, what was the last date of payment here? Before October, which date will come? 1st May, no?
Yes.
Am I right? So May, June, July, August, September. For how many months you have to calculate interest?
5 months.
5 months.
5 months. So 3 lakhs into 8% into 5 months.
10,000.
10,000 is interest. This 10,000 interest is called as accrued interest, no? Are you doing for the first time, or we have done this kind of problems? Tell me. My dear friends, are you able to follow, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good.
Yes, sir.
Then next, received half year's bond interest. I want you to answer this. Purchased 12 lakhs, no? 12 lakhs minus 3 lakhs. What is the balance?
9 lakhs.
9 lakhs. On 9 lakhs, you have to calculate interest at the rate of
8%.
8% for how many months? 6 months.
6
It will
months.
be
36,000.
36,000. Next, received 18% in interim dividend on equity shares, including bonus shares. Now, this interim dividend on equity shares, including bonus shares, means have you got any information about bonus shares? Have somewhere? Yes, bonus issue. No, can you tell me? There's no information of dividend pertaining to last year, but we are having information of interim dividend. To calculate interim dividend, originally how many shares are there? 1 lakh equity shares. No, after 1 lakh equity shares, for every 3 equity shares, for every 2 held. This is important point. Normally, we sometimes is an oversight. Oversight, we may do a mistake because we have been using that for 1:2 or 3:5 like that. For every 5 shares, 3 shares have been issued. But in this case, bonus issue of 3 shares for every 2 held. What do you mean by that? For every 2 equity shares, how many bonus shares they are giving?
3 equity
3
shares.
bonus.
3 equity bonus shares. So how to calculate? Tell me. By 2 into 3, am I right? 1 lakh by 2 into 3, my dear friends.
Yes, sir.
Ma, are you following, all of you, my dear friends? 1 lakh, no. For every 3 2 equity shares, it's a change. 3 bonus shares has been issued for 1 lakh. How much? It will be 1,50,000. 1 lakh by 2 into 3, it is coming to 1,50,000. No, this is bonus shares. Bonus shares value will be nil. Now tell me, what is the dividend that has been, interim dividend that has been received, including bonus shares? What is the original shares? 1 lakh. What is the bonus shares? 150. 1 lakh plus 150.
250.
250. On 2,50,000, what is the dividend rate? 18%. Calculate and tell me.
45,000.
Huh?
4,50,000.
Which one you're talking about? Dividend?
Yes, sir. Interim dividend. 1 lakh equity shares of 10 each.
10 or
And the
100?
bonus shares.
Bonus shares is how much?
1,50,000 equity shares.
2,50,000 into
10 rupees
10
per share.
10 rupees into 18%.
18%.
4,50,000, sir.
4 lakhs.
50,000.
Is there any sale of shares, my dear friends?
Yes, sir. Nidhi has sold share, bonus
Mm.
share.
When that has been sold?
15th
Before
May.
15th May. When the dividend has been declared?
1st
December.
December.
So now you can see, Nidhi sold 1,25,000 means what is the actual bonus share that has been offered? 2,50,000.
1,50,000.
1,50,000. 1,50,000. How much has been sold? 1,25,000 has been sold. No. So what is the balance of bonus shares left?
25,000 shares.
25,000 plus original shares purchased. 1 lakh. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
1 lakh plus 25. 1 lakh 25. 1 lakh 25 into 10 into 8%.
2,25,000.
2 lakhs
25,000.
25,000.
That is interim dividend. That is credited to which account?
Income.
Which column? Income column. Any doubt, anybody on
No,
this?
sir.
Can you try this? Can you try this, my dear friends?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Good, good. Then next, today's class, I want to take up this one. Conversion of debentures into shares, my dear friends. This is one more model I wish to take today. We are having two similar problems, this one and the next one. So if I explain one problem, we should be able to work out the other one. Look at this, read the problem before I start explaining. What are things you are aware of it? What are things you need to learn? Completed? I'm asking few questions on this. You have to answer. So simple words, when you're converting the debentures up to the date of conversion of debentures, one thing, in the previous problem, I think it is clear you need to open two accounts. Clear to all of you? Investments in bonds, investment in equity shares.
Yes, sir.
Two ledger accounts you have to open. Now in this case, when you're converting the shares, when converting the debentures, up to the date of conversion of debentures, You'll be doing the problem in the normal manner. Only thing is that when you're converting the debentures, you need to find out the cost price of the debenture that is being converted. That's it. Like for when you sell the debentures, you find out cost price, no, to find out profit or loss the same manner. Whatever the cost price of debentures is, that is to be considered, that is to be ascertained for transferring the debentures to equity shares account. So what the entry you will be writing when you are converting the debentures into shares? The entry will be debit what comes in equity shares are coming. Equity shares in so and so company account data to investment in debentures account. It means investment account is to be created the way we used to write buy bank. In place of buy bank, you'll be writing equity shares. Okay. A Private Limited follows a calendar year for accounting purpose. Okay. The company purchased 5,000 numbers, 13.5% convertible debentures of face value of 100 rupees each of P Limited on 1st May 18 at 105 rupees on come interest basis. You take the working notes so that without wasting of your time, we can go back doing the working notes and then going back and opening the ledger account simultaneously. So what I do, first you open investment account. Script 13.5% convertible debentures of P Limited. P Limited, no? P Limited. Better you write number here. Interest amount, date, particulars, number, interest and amount. Date, particulars, interest and amount. So for this, again, I have to go for working notes. Working notes number 1. Purchase price. At 105, 5,000 into 105. $5,000 to 105, how much it is that?
The 5 lakhs 25,000.
5 lakhs.
25,000.
25,000.
From this, we have to deduct accrued interest, no? And I think by this time, I need not stress this. You all are aware of it. We need to have a date of interest. The interest is being paid, is payable on 31st March and 30th September respectively. So what was the date of purchase? 1st May. 1st May means that is after 31st March they have purchased, no? So then for how many months you have to calculate, my dear friends? 1 month, no?
Yes, sir.
1 month you have to calculate
sir.
interest. 1 month I have to calculate interest. Accrued interest, 5,000 into 100. Can you tell me the rate of interest?
13.5.
13.5. I think I'm not writing the number of months. You'll understand it, my dear friends. 1 by 12.
Yes, sir.
Okay, can you tell me the accrued interest?
5,625.
5,625. It is to be deducted, no, to find out the cost price.
Yes, sir.
What is the cost price?
5,19,375.
19,370. So date. May 1st, no? To bank, number of debentures 5,000. We just now we go calculate 5,625 interest. What is accrued interest and what is the amount? 5,19,375 is cost column. Five lakh 19,375 is cost column. I think this is same similar routine point. There is no new thing in this. Then this is completed. On 1st August, company again purchased 2,500 such debentures at the rate of 102.50 each on come interest basis. I think by this time it is clear to all of you. Working notes number 1, working notes number 2. This time how many debentures? 2,500 into 102.5. What is the amount?
2,56,250.
2,56,250. Accrued interest. Can you tell me what is the date of purchase? 1st August. What was the date of last payment of interest?
31st March.
So 31st March. For how many months you have to calculate?
4 months.
4 months or 5 months?
4 months.
4 months. Why 4 months, sir? August 1st means we need not consider August, no?
Yes. Yes, sir.
May, June, July. You're getting 3 months, no?
April, May, June.
April. Sorry, I'm saying just one date. Okay, April, May, June, July. For how many months you have to calculate? 4 months. 4 months. What is the face value? 2,000, no? Sold?
No, sir, purchase 2,500.
Purchase, purchase 2,000.
2,500.
4,500.
I've written as 2,000 by mistake. $2,500 into rate of interest into 100. How many months you said?
4 by 12.
4 months. 4 by 12. Tell me the value.
11,250.
2,000.
11,250.
11,250. You deduct it.
2,45,000.
2,45,000. $2,45,000. Come back to this. Date August 1st, no? To bank. You got 2,45,000. Okay. Then after that, you have seen that company is paying interest on 30th September each year, no? So interest received on 30th September. As on this date, my dear friends, company is holding 5,000 purchase debentures and 2,500 purchase debentures. So on 7,500 into 100 rupees no face value into 6 by 12.
$50,622.
It is to take into income column 50,625. Then you got sale, I think. On 1st October, company sold 2,000 debentures at the rate of 103 each. Profit or loss on sale of shares. Sale proceeds. How many shares have been sold? 2,000 debentures into 103. Come on, tell me. 2,000 to 103 will be
2,06,000.
2,06,000. Can you quickly tell me accrued interest?
No accrued
Nil,
interest.
sir.
Huh?
No accrued interest.
No accrued interest? Only 3 or 4 students are always participating. What about others?
No accrued interest.
Okay, good. Still from boys side, only 2-3 boys I'm hearing. What about rest of you?
No accrued interest, sir.
No accrued interest?
No, sir.
Are you recording the class, simply enjoying that your time, or are you really live? Are you listening? Tell me.
Listening, sir.
Good, good. Able to follow this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good. Why accrued interest? The thing is that here it has been said, the reason is, you can see generally when debentures are sold, we'll be having either come interest or ex interest. It has not been mentioned. No, the reason is 1st October 18. 1st October 18 falls, then immediately the next day, 30th September was the last date of payment of interest by the company. No, so one day there's no question of interest, accrued interest, be it come interest or be it ex interest. That is the reason why he has not given that. But you have to find out the cost price of it. Come on, I am not going to tell anything. I think you'll understand. I am not giving any data on this. If you want, we can write, since immediately next day it has been sold, the question of accrued interest does not arise. Cost price of 2,000 debentures. This you have to calculate. Is there any FIFO method has been mentioned or not?
Average cost is mentioned, sir.
I think by this time it's clear to you, all of you. Average cost. Come on, do it for yourself and tell me.
3,833.
No, 1 minute. How much you are getting?
2,03,833.
Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Simple words. 5 lakh 9. Take the calculator. 5,19,375 plus 2,45,000 by 7,500 debentures into sold is how much? 2,000. You got 2,03,833. I'm not writing here. If you want, you can make a note of it. 5,19,375 plus 2,45,000 by 7,500 into 2,000, no? Correct? Okay, you're getting profit, no?
Yes, sir.
Profit on sale. What is the profit on sale?
2,167.
Okay, now let me take this to investment account. What is the date of sale, my dear friends? 1st October, no?
Yes, sir.
By bank sale, you got 2,06,000. There's no accrued interest. October 1st to P&L account profit. You got profit of 2,000.
167.
In the examination, be watchful. Sometimes you may not be doing intentionally. If you will be losing focus or concentration, you may be by mistakenly entering in the interest column, my dear friends. I have identified these kind of mistakes when I evaluate. I'm evaluating the papers. So please see that. Be watchful. Concentration is the key.
So 2,000 debentures on the credit side.
Okay. Up to this, it's the same normal problem, no? Fixed bearing scripts.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now I want to convert the debentures. It has been mentioned on 31st December 2018, the company received 10,000 equity shares of 10 each in P Limited on conversion of 20% of its holdings. Okay, and when you are converting the debentures, the existing debenture holders are entitled to get interest up to the date of conversion. Do you agree with me? If you are a debenture holder, you are entitled to receive interest up to the date of conversion, no?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
you know, I think most of you are aware of it or not. Somewhere in 1991 or something like the 92, I don't remember. Reliance Petrochemicals. It was a dream project of Dhirubhai Ambani, late Dhirubhai Ambani. So in Gujarat state, they have started Reliance Petrochemicals. You know, the Reliance nowadays they're selling the petrol, Reliance petrol bunk and diesel and etc. So it's a dream project during that particular time. So I remember they need huge investment. So if I'm not wrong, something like 5,000 crores rupees, 5,000 crores worth of convertible debentures the company has issued. Because for commencement of business, it will take long time. So I remember still it fresh to my memory, maybe 5,000 crores or 50,000 crores. I'm not sure about it, but it is something like 5,000 crores. I think 5,000 crores. They went for conversion of debentures in convertible debentures they have issued. The advantage is by giving the conversion of debentures, even without commencement of production, they can't get profit, and if they don't get profit, they can't pay dividends. So initially they have offered debentures to them. Later on, they are, I think, the triple convertible debentures, something like that, triple option. So, and that was given to them and to the public, and that's a very good response they got. And then later on, they converted the debentures into shares. So what was the last date of payment here? 30th September. What is the date of conversion? 31st December. October, November, December. For 3 months, you have to calculate. But in the problem himself has given interest for 3 months on converted debentures was also received. Just I'm like same problem. Conversion of 25 debenture held on that date. But he has not mentioned there 10,000 shares, here 5,000 equity shares, conversion of 25 debentures held on that date. But interest is payable on 31st March, 30th September has been mentioned, without mentioning whether the interest is up to the rate of conversion has been received or not. Same problem, this you can work out as a homework. Same problem. But why I'm telling, if even though the information of like here, the previous problem, it has been mentioned that interest for 3 months on converted debentures was also received on 31st December 18. when it is silent, you can assume that interest is being received. You can make a note. Clear to all of you? Whether interest for 3 months is mentioned or not, we can assume that interest has been received. Are you following what I'm saying, my dear friends?
Yes, sir.
Even if the statement is not given, we have to calculate interest. We can write a note, make a note. Since here in the problem itself, he has given that 3 months on converted debentures was also received on 31st December 18. Now, thing is that 20% of its holding. 20% of its holdings means, can you tell me what is 20% of its holding, my dear friends?
1100.
How you are getting 1100?
1100.
How you are getting 1100?
5,500 is 20%.
I'll come back to this. Number of debentures converted. Originally, you are having 5,000 debentures. 5,000 debentures plus 2,500 debentures minus how many debentures have been sold, my dear friends?
2,000.
2,000 debentures have been sold, no? So number of debentures converted is equal to 20% of 2 times your purchase, no? 5,000, 2,500 and sold. It is coming to, you said something like
1100.
1,100.
1100. 1100 debentures. Now, I want the cost price of, because for conversion of debentures, there won't be any sale proceeds unless he is giving some value. But generally, they won't give you the value. We have to find out the cost price of the debentures converted. Can you try this cost price of the converted debentures?
Yes, sir. One lakh 11,675. 11,675.
Any other answer?
1,12,108.
12,108.
1 lakh?
12,000.
12,108.
How you got that 1,12,108? If you want, you can see this data. Now you have calculated, my dear friends. How you have calculated that?
5,19,375
5,19,000.
375 plus
2,45,000
Ah.
divided by 7,500 into 1,100.
Okay. Or can you, if the sold part is there, no, you also can do like this. Take the calculator. You should get the same thing. 5,19,375 plus 2,45,000
Same, sir.
plus 2,167 minus 2,06,000. Can you do like that, my dear friends?
yes, sir.
Okay. So here I am writing cost price of the debentures converted is equal to, I'm going by whatever has been mentioned there, 5,19,375 plus 2,45,000 plus 2,167. Can you tell me the credit side amount?
2,06 lakhs.
2,06,000, no?
Oh, yes, sir.
2,06,000 by how many debentures you are having? 5,500, no? This is after excluding sale, no?
Yes, sir.
Into converted part is how much? 1100, no? Tell me.
We
One
are
lakh.
getting the
1
same
lakh
answer.
12,000
Yes, good. Is it clear to you?
sir.
Why you are getting the same answer? Because per unit is same, no? That's fine. Okay. 1,12,108, you got it. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now this can be taken to which account here? By what is the date, my dear friends? What is the date on conversion? Can you tell me what is the date of conversion here?
So 31st December.
31st December. By what is it I have to write here? Tell me. What is it I have to write here?
Equity shares.
So by equity shares.
Good.
By investment account
by
in
equity.
equity shares.
You can write by equity shares also. Nothing wrong in that. Okay.
Okay, sir.
You can write even by equity shares or investment account of equity shares also you can write. How many debentures we have converted?
1,100.
1100.
1100. Good. What is the value? And I told you we have to calculate interest on that, no? Interest we have
Yes,
to interest we have to calculate. Okay, we will do one thing. You can write interest here, or you can write interest you'll be receiving in the form of cash, no? So you can write by bank. Okay, that I'll come back to that later on. Can you tell me the cost price? Just now we got it. What is the cost price we got it, my dear friends?
112 108
1,12,000
108.
108. Okay. So this is by bank. Now by bank interest, I think you can write for work. Working also not required. We can calculate here also. 1100 into 100, no face value. What is the rate of interest, my dear friends?
13.5%.
0.5%.
13.5% into 3 by 12, no? Can you tell me the interest?
3713.
3,713.
No, clear. Why I am written separately here? It is you will be receiving in the form of cash, no? That's it.
Yes, sir.
And then finally, buy balance carried on as usual. But I think in this problem he has given market value, it seems to be. What is the market value of debentures? 106. So what we do, you know that, but first we will find out number of debentures, my dear friends. Number of debentures we'll find out. Number of debentures left is how much? Can you tell me the number of debentures? 5,000 plus 2,500. It is coming to
4,400.
7,500. 4,400.
Yes.
Okay. 4,400. You do one thing. I told you for closing balance, it's a waste of time, you know. So we'll do one thing. Somewhere we write here. Carrying amount. I'm writing market value. 4,400 into 110 or something has been given. 106. 4,400 into 106 is how much?
4,66,400.
Then find out the cost price. Cost price, I think cost price is clear to you. The same thing we can work out instead of into 1,100, you can do 4,400 or the balancing figure. I think I need not mention again this. Clear to you?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me cost price, my dear friends?
Four lakh 48,432.
430. That 1 rupee, 2 rupees, you have to adjust there. Be watchful about it. So I think it seems to be 434 or 436, depending upon the calculation part. You can just see this.
434, sir.
430.
Yes.
4.
Okay, 4. Okay. That you can write as a balancing figure. Cost price is lower than market value. Therefore, carrying amount is 4,48,434. 4,48,434. Now, I need to take here 4,48,000. They're following calendar year as an accounting year, and you also know that you need to calculate accrued interest on this closing balance. No, 4,000. That for that I am not writing the working notes. My dear friends, working notes is not mandatory according to your convenience. For interest calculation part, you can write here itself. But for profit or loss on sale and come interest, etc., don't. It looks clumsy when you do everything here. For interest part, it's okay. 4,400 into 100 into 13.5% into 3 by 12. That is accrued interest. Can you tell me accrued interest quickly? You have to calculate accrued interest now. On closing balance also.
14,850, sir.
How much?
14,850.
14,850. Good. Think here December 31st. I'll be writing to profit and loss account. Which column first I need to close? Income column. Can you tell me income column balancing?
$69,188.
69,188 total.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me the amount to be transferred to P&L account income column balancing?
52,313.
52,000.
333.
13. Okay. In this totaling, you can do it.
1,66,542.
7 lakhs.
66,542.
Now, after this, you have to open one account called as investment in equity shares. Equity shares where they have invested is a P Limited or Q Limited? P Limited only, no? Only in the extract will be writing, that's it. What is the date on which? We need not have any dividend column because there is no dividend information. What is the date on which it has been converted? 31st December 18, no?
Yes, sir.
December 18. I'll be writing to 13.5% debentures. What is the nominal value there? Now, when it comes to nominal value, we need to write nominal value of equity shares, my dear friends. In the question he has given, nominal value, you can write number also. Shall I go for number? It is easy. How many number of equity shares has been offered? 10,000 equity shares. If you want to go by nominal value, just number is clear to you. Just to explain you, I'm also writing nominal value of shares. What is nominal value? 10,000 into 10. It is 1 lakh, no? Since I've written the heading, you can also write the number, but I'm writing nominal value since I've already written here. It is 1 lakh, no, my dear friends?
Yes, sir.
What is the cost price we got here? 1,12,108. 1,12,108. Now the carrying amount. It is interesting here. I think this will clarify your doubt. We were having discussion in the past. What is the carrying amount? 9 rupees. 9 rupees. 10,000 into 9 rupees. This working notes. Carrying amount of equity shares. Market value. 10,000 equity shares into 9. 90,000 rupees. Then cost value. Cost price, we already got it, no? 1,12,108. For the first time, you are having market value, cost price is higher than the market value. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
We had discussion on this. Come on, tell me. The difference between cost and market value is to be transferred to which account? Profit and loss account. Since market value is lower than cost price, market value is the carrying amount. Is the carrying amount. Now, buy balance carried out. Okay, well, do one thing. Since we are getting some loss here, let me do one thing. Let me leave the space here. 31st December 80. Buy balance carried on 1 lakh nominal value. And here I am taking the cost price as 90,000. Clear to all of you? This is working notes number 8 or something we have written. And buy P&L account. Loss. Loss due to reduction in the market value. 9th, I think this is 9th. What is the difference, my dear friends? 1,12,108 minus 90,000.
22,108.
22,108. If a question comes from this, can you try this? Can you do it?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Good.
Yes, sir.
I think all models I have covered, my dear friends. Now, only thing is that this is, shall I give this as a homework to you? Same problem.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This
Yes,
is home. This is homework, and this I've already given in the last class. I've given as a homework to you. Maybe you might have done this. Now, this is also you can do it, my dear friends. Only thing is that I told you, you have to prepare investment account. You have to split. One is on 31st March 16. The other one is on 31st March 17. 31st March 17. That's it. You'll be writing like 2 bank 600 into 20. 2 bank 900 into 25. By balance carried on. 2 balance brought down from this particular year. We have already learned this. But in this case, we are having sale. That's it. Bonus shares received also himself has given. Bonus shares received, you know that the cost price will be nil. If suddenly this problem comes in the examination, how your reaction without, I know that you got the, we can get suggested answers for this, but without honestly, without looking at the suggested answer, can you try this? Like assuming that this is an examination,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
please be honest in that. I'll be knowing whether you are able to work out or not. Honestly, I'm saying that please go through this, please practice this. And this is again same like Nidhi problem. We have seen today, no, Nidhi. Only thing is that in that Nidhi problem, I think no need to calculate dividend on right shares. I mean, the interim dividend, no, that was
Yes,
the,
sir.
but here it is something. This also like assume like a homework. So this is like examination rather. Then with this, the syllabus has been completed. Only one point which I need to tell you is that reclassification. Just in 5 minutes time, I will wind up today's session, my dear friends. Since I got some work, I joined late, and also I had power issues today. So 1 minute. Reclassification, you need not copy down. It is there, you can easily do it. Reclassification of investments. Reclassification of investment is nothing but converting the current investments into long-term investment, vice versa. We are having reclassification, as I told you, current investment to long-term. And here, long-term investment to current investment. So when you're converting current investment to long-term investment, only thing is that on that date, at what value it should be converted. This is very important. Simple words, current to long term, you remember, transfer it lower of cost and fair value. In simple words, cost price or fair value. We have learned the definition of fair value. If fair value is not given, we'll be taking market value. Are you following? Cost price or
Yes,
fair
sir.
value. On the date, if fair value is not given, market value. Suppose 100 rupees is cost price. Fair value 90. At what price you should transfer?
90.
Carrying
90 rupees.
amount 90 rupees. If it is 90, if it is 100, cost price or fair value, whichever is lower is to be considered. Okay. This is the point which you should remember. Repeat once again. On the date of transfer, when investments are classified from current investment to long-term investment, transfer is made at cost price or fair value, whichever is lower at the date of transfer. At the date of transfer. This is important point. Then here, transfer at lower of cost and carrying amount. Transfer at lower of cost price or carrying amount. Sir, it's funny, no? What is cost price carrying amount? Cost price means purchase price only generally will be showing. Long-term investment, carrying amount, cost price always is going to be same. Do you agree with me or not? Come on, tell me. When I purchase it 100 rupees, my dear friends, long-term investment, it keeps on continuing only as 100, no?
Yes, sir.
Long-term investment, I don't have any intention of selling it. You will be keeping on continuing with 100 rupees item. You are showing it 100 rupees only. Cost price 100, carrying amount is also 100.
Yes, sir.
But there's a permanent diminution in the value. Market value has come down. Then carrying amount can be 80. Say for example. Then in such case, come on, tell me, cost price or carrying amount, whichever is
Lower.
lower. Again, same thing. At the date of transfer. Come on, long-term investment to current investment. Transfer is to be done lower of cost price or carrying amount. Current investment to long-term investment, cost price or fair value, whichever is lower at the date of transfer. So 2 or 3 examples I'll give you in the next class. It's simple, only 1 or 2 points we are having on this. No need to worry about it. If you remember this, it's okay. So today I'm concluding this chapter. I think you can work out on this, the remaining homework problems, etc. You can work out. For this, just I wish to share 1 or 2 transactions in the next class. Already 7:40, maybe. I don't want you to apply law of diminishing margin utility. You know law of diminishing margin utility?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that I don't want to be happen for today's class. Okay, so we continue. It's 5 to 10 minutes. Just we'll be taking 2 or 3 examples to explain this. And next class, don't miss the introduction part. That is single entry. With today's class, I've completed investment account. Okay, if you got any doubts on the homework which I've given, you can ask me. Particularly 2018, that different shares, bonus shares has been given at different date. I think this is what is important. This you have to work out first. If you got any doubts on this, you can ask me. The remaining problems you can work out. So shall I conclude? Shall I conclude for the day, my dear friends?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Before I start on next Thursday, that single entry topic. So be thorough with all. You take study material problems. Some 70 to 80% problems are from study material only we have picked up. Still, any left out problems are there. Those study material problems and in few examination problems models also we are having. Just practice it, and in the next class 1 or 2 cases I'll take the example for reclassification of investment, and 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes it will take. Then we will be moving officially. I think everything I've explained. Only 1 example, just 1 or 2 examples I want to take. So we start single entry. Okay. Thank you. We'll meet in the next class. Happy weekend. God bless you all.
Thank you, sir.
Right.